Malawian boy.
What's up, people? What's up, people? How we doing? How we doing on this lovely Friday afternoon? How we doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the True City Fan Show. I'm here again today with I can say my best friend at this point in time, Gundurodian, who flew all the way from Nigeria. Is now back in America, but here to speak about this Cucurella situation. So today, Fabrizio Romano, who's been abused by Brighton fans and is rumored to be best friends or close friends with Cucurella's agent, actually, Carl. He's actually rumored to be friends. So that's where I think he gets the information from. But Brighton fans think Fabrizio is being sent by Man City. That's why they're after him. He just reported this morning that Cucurella has put in a transfer request. Carl is going to speak much on the transfer request because for me, I have seen transfer requests in the past, but I never knew what power they have. So Carl might know the power of the transfer request more than I do. So I'm going to let him speak on that. So Carl, are you here with me? Yeah, Carl, are you here? Yeah, I think he's on mute maybe. Let's just wait for him. So let's just talk to the bit. So Daniel, how you doing, man? How you doing, Daniel? He says, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Pitch Points as well. Yeah, subscribe to Pitch Points as well. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. We're going to talk about Cucurella handing in a transfer request. So as Carl is sorting out his mic and sorting out everything, let me just read a few of these comments. Cucurella wants that move badly. Yeah, Daniel, he wants that move badly. It seems like he wants to move away from Brighton. It looks like the rumors of Brighton trying to make it up that he's actually happy at Brighton. It looks like it's not true because for the past weeks, they have been sending pictures, showing us pictures of cakes, showing us pictures of him smiling, showing us just every time it's pictures of Cucurella every week. So, Carl, are you with us finally? I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you, man. Welcome to the show, brother.
Good morning, brother. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. It looks like what you predicted yesterday and days ago and last month has happened.
Yeah, this was always going to be a difficult deal because it's Tony Bloom. We know how these English owners behave. They all have the same kind of mindset, just like Daniel Levy. That's what they do. They think they're some kind of negotiation god, and they don't like to deal with clubs from a certain part of the world, for lack of a better word. And so I always said that if Cucurella was going to make a move, he has to put a transfer request in. He's going to have to do it. And for me, that's brave, that's courageous, and it shows that the guy really wants to move. What I understand from that transfer request is if he does that and he leaves, he loses the right to certain bonuses, which he ordinarily would have with him. It's not a big deal because City would just give him the bonus instead, right? Just do it on the other side. But it just shows that the kid knows his moment is here. He understands there's a gap, there's a need for it, and he wants to move. And rightly so. You can't blame him. I mean, who doesn't want to play Champions League football? Who doesn't want to play Premier League top-level football? Who doesn't want to play under Guardiola as a left-back, Spanish Barcelona kid? It's the right thing to do. Why are Brighton fans killing Fabrizio? Well, what's the problem? Why are they after him? He's just reporting.
I'll show the reporters that have reported it so far because a lot of good sources are reporting it. Yeah, Daniel, big up to you, man. Says big up Patrick and Gondoli. And Daniel says, Patrick, is it normal that a happy player hands in a transfer request? Fabrizio got a lot of stick from Brighton fans for lying. Haters in the mat. Yeah, and then somebody said Fabrizio is at your friends with Cucurella's agent, so that's where maybe he's getting the information from. So basically, you can tell that there's something happening in the background. As I said many times, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, it's a player that post him." But come on, Carl, they were posting a bit too much, weren't they? Every week we have a Cucurella picture as if he's the only player in the squad. So I don't understand what strategy. What do you think was the strategy behind these constant posts? Every week,
Patrick, it's childish. Is what it is, right?
Yeah.
This is what happens when a big club comes in for a player. The smaller club will shake and rattle, and this is what they do. It's childish. There's no need to do that, right? Let the negotiation go on. Because if you lose the player, then you look like an idiot,
Yeah.
right? What's the point? If a player,
Yeah.
look, during the negotiation, if a player has agreed personal terms, clearly the player wants to leave. You're posting stuff on the pages, and you're just wasting your time. It's just childish, Patrick. It's just an immature admin that doesn't understand how this game is played. It's played in the boardroom. It's played with money, not some 15-year-old kid who's posting stuff, pictures on the website. It's just immature.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Okay, so cool. So I'm going to share the first thing that started off all these transfer requests. Obviously, it's the post by Fabrizio, who obviously is being attacked recently. So he says, Mark Cucurella has just handed in a transfer request at Brighton. No agreement between Man City and Brighton on the price. Negotiations are difficult, but still ongoing. Final decision on the club side expected soon, as there is still a big gap in valuation. So then it was posted immediately after this Fabrizio post. Somebody posted saying that here is another post. So this post came on from James, says Man City expected to make a final attempt to strike a deal with Brighton for 50 million, rated Mark Cucurella, in the next few days. With clubs around 10 million pounds apart in valuation and of the left back. Brighton digging in the heels, and City may have to go elsewhere if no end to appease. So it looks like it's a 10 million value
So, so,
that's
so,
gapping between the two.
so, Patrick, there's another angle to this, right? Let's think about
Yeah,
this from the player's perspective, strategically,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, what Mark Cucurella's done right now is that he's put all these chips in, right? Like in Vegas, when you go to Vegas, you put all your chips in, you burn your bridge, basically, right? He's basically burnt his bridge. Okay.
yeah,
So what happens now is that he's actually put pressure on Brighton, but
yeah,
also pressure on City.
yeah,
Are you following me? Because now City have to make the move to meet whatever valuation that Brighton wants, at least halfway or something. And Brighton have to do the same. The players put pressure on both clubs because Pep always says that if you're going to come to us and what you want us, you have to desire to want to be with us. He's done all his parts. He's put all his chips in, right? Now City have to respond to meet at least a part of Brighton's valuation in order for the move to get done. And likewise, Brighton has to do their part to make the move happen. Are you following me? So this
yeah.
transfer
I'm with
request
you.
actually puts pressure on both City and Brighton to make a move to get it done. It's a very smart move by the player. It's brave, it's courageous, it's big balls move. And I appreciate that.
There's a comment here by Daniel. Thank you very much, Daniel. He says, "Is Cucurella really more? Is Cucurella really more with than? Okay, more than. I think he was trying to say more than, isn't it? So is Cucurella really more than Kelvin Phillips? Have in mind that Kevin Phillips played longer in the PL, and he is a homegrown. Brighton shouldn't demand more than 42. So Daniel is asking, that is Cucurella really more than Kevin Phillips? Like, does he cost more than Kevin Phillips? What's your thought on that, Carl? Keeping in mind that Calvin Phillips had 2 years on his contract and Cucurella has got 4 years.
Yeah, I think the issue here is just the length of the contract. That's what's changing the math, right? Because Cucurella just had 5-year contract. He's only done 1 year. He has 4 left versus Calvin Phillips has 2 left. And so it's always that equation of where the balance is. So for me, I think the right amount is probably around 46, 47, give or take. I think that's a good deal to make for Marco
That's
Cucurella.
that's with add-ons, isn't it?
Uh, it could be 47 straight, and then add-ons maybe 2. And so total
Yeah.
package will
So
be 50.
yeah. So here is Andy, the guy who's always answered when what do you call that? This is the guy who's always answered when what do you call this again? When Fab tweets. So this guy is the Brighton guy. You can also tell he's a bit childish, but look at what he's writing on the top. Do you see what he's writing here? Does that like as somebody who works as a journalist and looking at the guy's picture, looks like he's in his 50s. Look at what he's posting. Look at this. Look.
I mean, what? I can't read it. What did he say? Can you read it out?
So this is what he's posted. He says big club wants a smaller club's player. Big club puts in low offer. Player gets unsettled. Smaller club rolls over. Edit. Small club stays strong in the players' value. Smaller club is run by Tony Bloom and Paul Barber. Why? Like, this is a bit childish for
Well,
somebody who's a
this
journal,
is
isn't it?
this is I told you this is what Tony Bloom wants to be. He's a Daniel Levy wannabe, right? If Manchester United came for this guy, they would sell him to Manchester United because they're owned by Americans who have a certain demographic, right? But because it's City, all of a sudden, no, we can't sell him to City. We have to haggle and we have to harass and we have to do all those things.
Yeah, yeah, but
This
your man is acting a
guy,
bit unprofessional, isn't it? For somebody who's a journal, like, I get what you're a Brighton fan, but sometimes you have to put your professionalism forward, right? You can't be writing that.
yeah,
That's like a 15-year-old teenager writing on Twitter. Like, why is he writing a song? Why?
Patrick,
Like,
it's the pain, Patrick. It's painful. It's painful,
hmm.
and I don't know why. I don't know why what they're fighting about. I mean, Brighton will not finish top 10 this season. What are they fighting about? I don't understand.
I'm looking at this and I understand what you're saying. I think you're saying the truth. This has nothing to do with keeping Cucurella. This has the fact that it's Man City coming after Cucurella. I think that's
Exactly,
what it is. I think
exactly.
if it was Liverpool, I think they're giving Cucurella to Liverpool for that 35 million. I
Of
think
course,
this has to do with being Man City coming after your player and you just don't want to budge. Guys who are watching, please like the vid, like the vid. So let's just end this. It's not gonna be a long video. Where do you think? How do you think this is gonna end? You said yourself that by
I think.
putting a
Yeah,
transfer request, he sort of put pressure. He's put pressure on both sides. So how is it gonna end? Because right now the player is like, I'm willing to lose my. As you said willing to lose his bonuses.
yeah. I think it'll end with a compromise between all three parties. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Player wants to leave. Clearly, he's putting a request in. The club have to respond to that, and also City have to respond to that. Um, I think there will be an agreement at some point in time.
Yeah. Look, for me, I think they should take the 45. 45 and maybe add in add-ons, you know what I mean? Like, even 45, take the bloody 45, Brighton. You bought him for 15 million. I repeat this with all due respect, Brighton fans. You bought this guy for 15 million. You didn't buy him for 30 million. You bought him for 15. At 30 million, you've already doubled your money. At 40 million, you've made more than double your money.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
This is where it's going now. This is going towards pride and not just wanting to sell to City, as Carl says. Because for me, I'm sorry, as a businessman, whether you're Tony Bloom, whether you're Daniel Levy, if you double your money, you've made more. And if you make more than double your money at 40 million, you've made more money. This is now turning into something else. And here, before I let you go, Gundo, you know what's gonna happen? Let me speak to the guys watching. What's gonna happen is this, especially Brighton fans. Players like Cucurella come to your club, right, looking for an opportunity because your own sports director came out and said this. Gundo, he said that their business strategy is they go and pick up talent that big clubs have missed, right? And they bring them in with keeping in mind that later on that talent will want to go to a bigger team. So basically, that's what they sell the player. Do you get it? When a big team comes for you, we will let you go. So if they continue digging their heels on Cucurella, what if they go in the market looking for another young talent? What's the talent going to say, Gundo?
Let me tell you what will happen, right? Let me tell you what will happen, right? Right now, Brighton have the opportunity to get 300% profit on the player they bought a year ago, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If they do not sell, right, to City, what will happen is that next year, Barcelona will come in, he'll put in a request, and he's going to leave for 35 million. You're going to lose money. That's what will happen. So that's a cash in now because this is the max you're going to get for this player. I guarantee you. Because as the years roll on, the valuation decreases and decreases and decreases. That's how the numbers work. So
Yeah, and as I said, their strategy is to bring young talent and promise them that they'll move them on later on, right? And give them a move. If they block this move, you know what's going to happen, Gundo? The other talents will look at Brighton when they come in and say, "Nah, I'm not coming there because you stopped one of your players going to a big club and winning trophies." Do you get my point? This will happen because Now that's what they advertise, because that's what he said. The sports director last week said we pick up talent when they want to move, we let them go. That's our business strategy and our promise. So the promise is being broken. It means next time somebody will be like, "Nah, I'm not signing for you guys. You made Cucurella have to send a transfer request and cause a fuss." This reminds me of the Riyad Mahrez at Leicester City. Remember? Yeah, how you doing, Adam, man? Hope you're well, man. Pray.
Yeah,
Yeah, how you doing?
yeah. It reminds me of Leicester City. But this kid, this is his kid moment. This is his moment, right? He has to. There's a gap that we need to fill, and he's the one
Yeah.
who's going to fill it. And we're offering you 300% profit on a player you bought a year ago. It's a
He
no-brainer. It's
and he knows that Pep loves players from Barcelona academy. So he knows there's a gap, and he knows that we need that connection. Do you remember that time when I made a sort of a FIFA connection, but I said it works when I said John Stones and Walker being this side, they're both English and friends. Diaz and Cancelo being from the same national team. Same thing as right now, where Laporte is Spanish, Cucurella is Spanish. It makes things easy. They communicate in Spanish. They'll tell each other something that the other players won't hear. You know what I mean? The other players won't be able to understand unless they're Spanish. So let me read this comments from Daniel. It says, I think it will get done. The transfer request changed everything. I don't think they want to keep an unhappy player. Uh, like you said, they want profit. We just have to agree a fee. We just have to agree a fee. This is when we're going to see the negotiating. The negotiating has to happen. So, guys, tell me, the guys who are watching, tell me in the comments, or the guys who are going to watch later, do you think this Cucurella deal is going to happen? Do you think the transfer request is going to help out the situation? And also, do you agree with Carl saying the only reason why these guys are digging the hill is because they're selling to Man City? If they were selling to United, Liverpool, and other owners, they would have sold by now, which I agree with Carl. So, guys, like the vid, and probably we'll see you. We'll see you soon. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Me and Carl have got something cooking, so we'll see you soon. Carl, do you have anything to say before we close up?
No, man. I'm just glad that what we predicted would happen is happening right now. We talked about it yesterday. We said the only way this moves is if Cucurella puts a transfer request in. And this morning, guess what? He put it in.
Yeah, a big up to you, Carl. Big up to you. You said it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, his internet is bad. His internet is bad anyway. Carl, your internet is cutting out. Your internet is cutting out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Your internet went bad. I'm saying you predicted this
Yeah.
days ago, and you also predicted last month that this might need a transfer request to go through. So big up to you,
Yes.
Carl, on that.
Yep.
Big up to
Yep.
you. Big up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
We'll see what
yeah, grand. Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. We've got a few streams that we're gonna do today, so we'll be back soon. We'll let you know when I set up the streams. But anyway, guys, let's keep watching this. Hopefully, we get Cucurella. If not, then we can stick to Luis and Esbrand, or maybe find another left back. We might do a video about that. Anyway, peace. Have a great day, guys.